We just started popping up to catch this line of developing thunderstorms that has developed along I-40. This new development has just popped up over the last couple radar scans, and I think that is going to be our most promising area of development. So we are targeting Tucumcari. Looks like, yeah, we've got a lot of new development firing up towards Tucumcari that has been going up rapidly. So we're going to be up on that. Once we clear this shelf cloud, we should have pretty good visibility on all this. As you guys can see, things are really starting to pop off up over here. We're seeing some rising scuds. Lots of convection happening here. You guys can also see out here on the horizon, we've also, got a lot of towers going up now in the forward flank ahead of this line of storms. So I think those prefrontals out there are probably where we're gonna see some action. So we're gonna get moved out. We're gonna try to get ahead of these storms again, try to get back out in front of this. So we're back in action, guys. We're gonna head to Tucumcari, Logan, and then jet north back up to Lamar, and then Colorado Springs. Guys, don't forget to do the YouTube stuff. Like the button, smash the subscribe, do the YouTuber stuff. You guys know what's up. Tune in next week for, it's either going to be pizza or ramen, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, look at all these towers going up, guys. Holy cow. Things are really starting to cook now. Let me throw the CPL filter on the lens. You guys can see what I'm talking about. Pizza ramen, stop it. You guys can see big towers going up outside of on the forward outside of this front. So I need to punch. I really need to get a move on if I want to catch that. Big towers going up all over the place. Wow, lots of convection. I'm trying to think, what would we do? What would we put in our pizza ramen? We'd have like some fresh peppers, so it'd be like fresh chopped bell peppers. We'd have some black olives, probably. What else would we have in our pizza ramen? Bell peppers, some black olives. Maybe like some tomatoes, you know, chopped tomatoes, some basil, some cilantro. And then we'd have like some pepperonis, some sausage. I mean, that's maybe not the worst ramen you've ever had. Of the things you make your ramen, it's like not the worst. I mean, make no mistake, it's not great either, but like it's not terrible. Wow, these storms are really popping off now. Okay, we're gonna get north again. And we're going to get up towards Tucumcari. Oh yeah, you can see that line of storms just developing here. Ooh, I like all of this convection I'm seeing. Really really hard to figure out which line I want to go after. I think I'm going to go for the north flank. Oh, buddy, that is not a great place to be pulled off. Begonia, you're brilliant. Your idea has been considered. Okay, I'm starting to take this pizza ramen a little bit more seriously. We have a lot of good ideas on the table, right? Okay, so what do we have? We got ramen with like chopped bell peppers, chopped onions, some basil, some cilantro, some chopped tomatoes. Then we use the pizza crust as a bowl for the ramen and melting some cheese over it. All right. What have we done? What have we just created? I think we've just done art, guys. That's what we've just done. Smash that like button for pizza ramen. Let's do it. Let's make this happen. Pizza ramen. Why not? Remember like 15 years ago there was like a big push to like just put bacon on everything. You guys remember that? Like bacon on burgers, bacon on pizza, bacon this, bacon that, bacon soda. Those are some explosive, rapidly developing thunderstorms up here. We're going to try to get those. I think we found our target storm. That's out by Tucumcari. You guys can see we've got some really, really peak convection going on out here. It is really starting to pop off out by Tucumcari. I would be surprised if that thing doesn't have a polygon on it here in the next 10-15 minutes. You guys just see that dude on the bicycle? I don't know that I would be cycling on a major interstate, but more power to him. Oh yeah, we got a ton of convection going on up here. All right, we're gonna take a gamble on this storm re-intensifying. We're going to slice north and try to catch that explosive development out there by Tucumcari as it's moving pretty slow. So new target, guys, is Tucumcari. We're probably going to end up chasing that into the Texas Panhandle this evening. It's going to be a late night. Yeah, the bacon strips guy on Epic Meal Time. Fucking Epic Meal Time. So there's a swear jar. There's actually a a restaurant in Colorado Springs where I live called the Mactory, where their whole bit is they have like gourmet mac and cheese, where they make fancy mac and cheese. It's real good. I want to give a shout out to the Mactory because they make really good mac and cheese. Man, I sometimes miss old YouTube. I'm trying to think who are some of the old time YouTubers. Like I'm trying to think like Smosh, Ray William Johnson. Auto-Tune the News. Does anybody remember Auto-Tune the News? Freddie W. That stuff was good. Absolute classics. Hey Becky, we are looking at some explosive development out by Tucumcari. We are rerouting to Tucumcari to go catch that explosive development, and as I predicted, that explosive development has just gone severe warned. Hi Becky, we're headed to Tucumcari. We've got a rapidly developing thunderstorm leading out ahead of this front that we're going to try to catch onto out there. And then we're going to be going to Tucumcari, and then trying to keep up with that flanking line, trying to keep up with that line of storms. We're going to chase that into the Texas Panhandle. Probably chase that along the I-40 corridor. I don't have my METARs, but I believe the last time I checked, we had good dew points out there that were suitable for tornado genesis. So, hoping to catch some. Natalie, I am not the one to answer that. I would. Clovis is Clovis east of Tucumcari? If I'm not mistaken. I know I've stayed in Clovis a few times. Natalie, I would direct you towards Evan Freiberger. I think he is live right now. He's a meteorologist. He'll probably be able to tell you better. I'm gonna say possibly southeast. Okay. That storm that's in Tucumcari is bearing, is moving in an easterly direction. I would check in with one of those meteorology streamers right now to find out from them, since they're probably going to know better than me. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just a photographer. Ryan Hall or Max Velocity. Wow, look at that. We have some really pretty towers going up out here, guys. So we definitely have some convection taking place. This is really starting to pop off. Hopefully we can catch that storm that is in Tucumcari. We should be able to cut it off here. Intercept route right now is about 40 minutes out, so we just need to catch up to it. We're probably going to lose a little bit of time here going through rush hour traffic in Santa Rosa, but we should be able to catch up back up to it. Subscribe, support the channel. You guys know the deal. That all helps replace my windshield and stop the wall. Wow, those towers are really going up now. Direct you guys' attention over there. You guys can probably see now, we've got those towers really going up now. Maybe I should just become an ASMR streamer. Okay, now just do like ASMR, start facing ASMR things. try to do my very best to not be a shouty storm chaser. You guys can probably hear me get excited when I get near a tornado, because, you know, it's a very exciting thing to witness. But I try to be subdued and mellow about it as much as I can. We're headed to Jukumkari. There's a rapidly developing thunderstorm out there. You guys can see on screen right now. It probably just looks like a big glowing ball of plasma, but there is a rapidly developing thunderstorm out there that has, I believe, some tornado potential on it. I don't know if it's got a tornado possible tag. It doesn't say tornado possible, but given how rapidly it developed, I think if this line of storms behind it catches up to it, there's a cell merger, I think there's a strong chance that it can produce a tornado. Well, at least as long as it's in this favorable environment. So as long as I can catch up to this thing, and we're about 35 minutes out from it right now, we should be able to see if this thing's capable of producing a tornado or not. Actually, possible tornado. We have a possible tornado off on the right. Possible tornado off on the right. Right over here. Possible tornado on the right. We have a moving cloud of dust that is being wafted into the air. Possible tornado on the right. That looks like a possible gust-nado or a Landspout tornado. Yeah, okay guys, we have a possible tornado here. We're gonna get up close to this real quick though and see what that is. You guys, I don't know how well that's showing up on camera right now. We've got a rising dust column. I'm gonna see if I can spot a funnel cloud on that. You guys see that? Possible tornado. Looks like it might be a weak Landspout perhaps. Hard to, I don't see any rotation. I see some very, very weak rotation in it. It's got a ghost train. Yeah? Yeah, we've got a weak tornado here. Alright, we're going to try to get off the road here and try to get off on this. I got to call this one in. Sit tight, folks. I'm going to try throwing a neutral density filter on there, see if you guys can actually see it any better. We have a weak tornado out in this field. Alright, put an ND filter on. You guys should be able to see over there, there's a very, very weak tornado over there. I believe it was a Landspout tornado. It seems to have mostly dissipated now. Damn. So guys, that's what we call a Landspout tornado. That's a tornado associated with... Oh, there it is. It's still down. Okay. Okay. There's a very, very weak Landspout tornado right over there. You can barely see it. It's basically a column of dust. I don't think it's going to show up very well. I need to find a pull-off spot. There's not really any exits over here. So a Landspout tornado is a weak type of non-supercell tornado that is you will sometimes see in really windy conditions like this. That type of tornado typically forms from the ground up. In the strictest sense, they are not true tornadoes. They are much closer to. Okay, here's an exit. They're closer to being a dust devil than they are to being a tornado. I'm going to try to get off over here and see if this thing is still dead. I don't see it anymore. I seem to have lost it. It was right over there. They're typically not associated with a wall cloud. Filter on the lens contrast out here. Let's see if you guys can see it. There is some dust kick up over there. It might be just like a tractor or something though. Alright. Let's see. Looks like we got a little ghost town over here. Maybe. Chaser. Yeah, it looks like it's just utilities. Yeah, there's definitely dust getting wafted into the air up here. You guys see that? There's dust getting wafted up into the air over here. Filter on to help increase the contrast for you guys. Make it easier to see that. You see that over there? So there's definitely something pulling in over there. But, alright. Well, hold on, hang on. Looks like we have something that looks kind of like a shelf cloud or a wall cloud up here. Let me go take a look at that. As you can see off the left here, we also have what appears to be a wall cloud forming. Oh yeah. What the heck? That looks like a wall cloud. Guys. If that is already a tornado. Are you guys seeing this? That is insane. Yeah, that looks like a tornado. Right over there. It just looks like a tornado. looks like a tornado. Alright, well, we're going to go get under that. Let's go get it. Yeah, that's fully, looks like a wall cloud with trying to, or it looks like a mesocyclone with a wall, trying to develop a wall cloud beneath it. A possible funnel cloud. We're gonna go get it. Yeah, that is fully trying to produce a tornado. Possible developing tornado in progress here, guys. Holy cow. That's almost.
What's up?
Hey dude, take a look at my stream. I'm in New Mexico, and this thing looks like it's about to fart out a tornado. I was not expecting to catch this thing today.
Dude, there's actually a storm just to our south that's about to do the same. Oh, my south.
You should go get. You should go get it.
Yeah. I mean, so it's part of a smaller line segment. There's two little line segments that are kind of separated right now that I'm sure are going to congeal, but it looks like your average QLCS spin up. And there was also a funnel cloud reported up near Deer Trail earlier.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah. I think like Deer Trail. It's always Deer Trail and DIA. There's always a tornado by the airport. Always. That's the rule. I'm having a hard time identifying though which storm this wall cloud I'm looking at actually belongs to, because I'm looking at the radar here. I'm right in the middle of like 3 distinct storms. And just out here, because it's so flat out here, I don't actually know which storm this wall cloud belongs to.
Let's take a look.
Because I want to say it's the one that's on I-40 that's like directly in front of me. But maybe it's also the one that's like up. Yeah, I don't know.
Where are you actually?
I just left Santa Rosa. I'm headed towards Tucumcari. I'm on I-40 headed towards Tucumcari. I've got my spotter dot turned on.
Wait, I'm trying to. Oh yeah, there you are.
Yep.
Damn, you really made it down there.
It's just one of those days where I just kind of meandered a little bit and then just ended up this far south.
Dude, the storms out near Amarillo were putting down the craziest noodles.
Yeah, I didn't pay any attention. Out there. I was mostly trying to target this 2% in southern Colorado and just ended up in New Mexico.
Just ended up in New Mexico. He drove like 300 miles south of the border.
I mean, okay, so there was a supercell up over Trinidad this morning, and that Trinidad supercell was looking awesome. That one was like
You're
fully.
talking about the northward mover?
No, it was a southwestern mover.
Weird.
Yeah, it was goofy looking. It was fully up in the mountains too. There was like a church up on a hill out there, and I went and parked in the parking lot and looked at it for a while. It was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, I ended up just kind of moving south, and I saw something kind of fire up out by Raton, so I sat on that for a while. And then I saw something spin up by Las Vegas, and that was a mistake because that was all just hail.
Now you're going after this line segment, kind of going after the northern end of it.
Yeah, but this thing looks like it's about to fart out a tornado. Like, this is looking real nice.
I feel like if you were looking towards the north, then yeah, you probably have a pretty low meso on it.
Yeah,
but it's a really broad area of rotation right now.
Yeah, but I wonder if so. You can see there's kind of a kink there, right? Where it splits, where it's gonna. There's kind of a kink where the old line is kind of meeting up with the new line, because that new line is all new development. I'm thinking that kink right there is probably where we'll see a tornado.
Yeah, absolutely. Like once that congeals with the new line, that's basically a cell merger, and those things spin things up all the time.
But yeah, once I get to Tucumcari, I'm gonna basically jet out to Logan and then shoot north again, and be back by midnight. So.
You say that now.
Yeah, I do say that now, but watch this thing fart out a tornado, and then I end up chasing it out into Oklahoma or something dumb like that.
Yeah, watch you go all the way out to the mountain chasing this thing.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, I definitely don't blame you for being down there. Like that's as good a shot as any to actually get a tornado. So.
Yeah, I saw the mesoscale discussion, and I was like, do I want to go up? Yeah, because the mesoscale discussion said this was the place to be. So, man, I'm looking at some really low-hanging scuds right now that just like, it's a real double take machine,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't end up going out to Texas today, obviously, because yesterday I was just like, I don't know if it's worth going to Texas for a 2%. But New Mexico, that's not bad. It's a 5-hour drive.
Texas has been producing today, though. They've had several tornado reports down in the forecast area.
Don't tell me that. I don't need to know that. It's all fake.
They had the one at 3:15 down in Menard, but it quickly became rain wrapped. Then they had the PDS warning down in Mason, which had my name all over it, and I didn't go. And I think it might still be PDS warned.
Oh, damn.
No, it's not. There's two tornado warnings for the same storm.
Are these?
It's heading to the southeast.
Is this line segment severe warned, or is this just a special weather statement right now?
No, yours is severe warned.
Okay.
Just grab a different radar real quick. Wait.
It's kind of a radar gap out here. There's not. It's like.
Well, you've got the KFDX, which is right next to the Tucumcari storm, so it's actually not. You're not in a radar right now.
I guess I am closer to KFDX, huh? Let me see. Yeah.
You're only like 75 miles to the northwest of it. So.
Boy, this thing really looks like it's about to put down. There's a. On the leading edge of this thing, there's it looks like it's trying to put down one of those little noodles. I got the stream camera pointed at it. Yeah.
they're talking about accumulating hail in this storm, so definitely keep an eye out for that.
Oh, dude, you should have seen the hail back at Las Vegas, dude. There must have been 2 inches on the road. It was a slip and slide there. I have the feel. I mean, I'm seeing all that green up here. That thing is. This storm is absolutely putting down hail up here. I'm not gonna get too close to this thing because this one's a windshield breaker for sure.
Yeah, but that for sure has a mesocyclone on it, so I would definitely keep up with that. Keep your eyes peeled to the north as well. Well, actually, for you, it would be the northeast because you got that lower segment that's kind of traveling to the northeast, and then you got the upper segment that's expanding southeast. So when those fully congeal, I think you could easily have a tornado spin up.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is when the older line meets up with the new development in the forward, when those two collide with each other, I'm thinking we're going to get a spin up there. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Wow, this thing, I don't think I've seen a storm this green in a while though. So this is this thing's definitely a big hailer.
By the way, congratulations on 2,000 subs.
Oh damn!
Another milestone down.
Yeah, that's what they were saying, next weekend, hey, I've got a tiny little funnel cloud. It looks like it's just a little cold air funnel. That's funny. Not a tornado, not a tornadic circulation, just a cold air funnel. That's funny. Yeah, thank you. I don't have any, the plugin I made for my software does not show me my, my current like my viewer count or my subscriber count. So somebody in chat, so I'd have one of my mods tell me. But yeah, I think next weekend when I get all my stuff moved into that place in Pueblo, I'm gonna do the much promised but never delivered cooking stream. So yeah, it's gonna happen. We're gonna let them cook, literally.
That's funny.
But yeah, we were. If you have any suggestions for what I should cook, we were somewhere between deep dish pizza and ramen, and somehow the idea of like a pizza ramen came up. So.
Oh no! What's the dish that Gordon Ramsay always makes? His favorite dish. What is that?
I don't know.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google that real quick.
Okay. I don't watch. I never had cable, so I never got into Hell's Kitchen. I only know him as the meme.
Oh no! You should whip up beef Wellington.
Beef Wellington. I don't even know what that is.
You know, first.